So it's Monday the 12th of August. We're still in winter. It's a beautiful day. We're in Quamble. We're coming into Quamble National Park, just on the other side of the Queensland border. We're in New South Wales. We're going to come into the property on a fairly long gravel road. It should be a great day. It's a beautiful spot. We'll get going. So just some of the gravel track we're going to be driving through. It's a bit windy, bit of cattle around, beautiful flowering acacias here on the sides of the road. It's quite a bit of flowering this time of year with the ironbarks and all the acacias are out in flower. So with flowering, of course, that brings a lot of species of honey eaters. So hopefully we get a good list. So we've got some little goats on the road here. Actually, these are feral goats. Apparently there's quite a few around the property. So we're just on this walking track in Quamble National Park. There are some rainbow lorikeets that are getting drowned out up in here. But we'll keep moving forward, see what we can see. We've got some small birds. You can hear chipping away here. Okay, superb fairy wren male just over here. Pink, 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 pink is the white-throated tree creeper. We'll get two species likely here, which is the white-throated, and keeps flying away from me. And the other one's the brown tree creeper, which is going to be in some dry country. So the white-throated tree creeper is the one you can hear calling that piping call. White-throated tree creeper, and that pink, 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 pink call. That one. That's coming from white-throated tree creeper. So this is that piping call through there. That's the white-throated tree creeper. White-throated tree creeper. It's just over here somewhere. That's the white-plumed honeyeater. Don't know where the white-throated tree creeper went to, but they're a bit hard to spot. But they typically fly down to the base of the tree and wind themselves back up. They're picking at insects. They'll fly down to the base of another tree and then keep winding. That's how they forage through the canopy. Can't see the bird, we've certainly heard it. Just recapping on another call we heard a minute ago, that was a white-plumed honeyeater. I'll put a photograph up of that species. Ting ting. That high-pitched ting ting, ting ting, is the spotted pardalote. We've seen the striated pardalote, which has the plonk plonk call, plonk plonk, which is quite incessant. And the other species of pardalote, the spotted pardalote, I'll put a photo up, it's got that double note. Ting ting, very high pitched. Ting ting. Very, very high pitched. Okay, we just had a flash of vibrant blue fly through here, and I think it might have been a azure kingfisher. Don't know where that azure kingfisher went, but it was definitely an azure kingfisher. Very vibrant blue, azure colour. Just flew straight across towards the river here. This is where you'd find them perched along the riverbanks, and they obviously dive for fish and little crustaceans and things like that. Put a photo up. That's a yellow-faced honey eater, the check up. And down here, I've got something flying around here. Get a bit closer to it. By the flying behaviour, it's probably a grey fantail, but well, yellow-faced honey eater, check up. There's a grey fantail. Just flying through there. I can hear some sort of finches actually. Now we're coming into an area here, there's a few little birds flying around. They are finches, some of them. Red-browed finches over here, but that nasally call sounds a bit like double-barred finches to me. The red-browed finches have got a higher pitched call. There's our grey fantail just down here. Just down here. Red-browed finches just above the grey fantail, and also in that tree we have an Australian golden whistler, female. That high-pitched tink-tink is the spotted pardalote. Tink-tink, tink-tink. That's the grey fantail in behind there. There's a couple flying in through there. They're all fluttering about. That very, very high-pitched call is the grey fantail. And we've got a speckled warbler over here on the rock. Just flying up now. That very high pitch are the red-browed finches. They're all coming through here. They're very hard to see. I'll put a picture up. That nasally call are double-barred finches. Can you hear that? Nasally call. That whistle, that wobbly whistle, comes from the silver eye. which are flying out through these trees here. Hear that whistle? Silver eyes. It's like a wobbly whistle, high pitched. Grey fantail just here. Now the Ripidurus genus, the other one being the woolly wagtail and the rufous fantail, but this one's the grey fantail. White-throated tree creeper. This is the grey fantail. Now there's the white-throated tree creeper on this pine tree here. You'll see just where my finger's pointing. Moving to the top. Moving to the top. Just where my finger's pointing. Now this bird will probably fly to the base of another tree and work its way up, and that's how they forage. And there's that piping call, white-throated tree creeper. Now it'll fly down here, see? I'll put a photo up. Beautiful, we get to see it and we get to hear it. So that's how these guys move through the forest. Oh, what have we got up here? A large eagle. Okay, it's a sea eagle, it's a young white-bellied sea eagle. I'll put a photo up. Immature because of the colorations. Hasn't attained that beautiful white belly. Might be flying around too. So you can hear striated pardalote. Something on the rock here. Okay, white-throated tree creeper. Another one here, just on the rock. Two of them. See them close enough that all the females of the tree creeper species have chestnut on their cheek or throat area, and the males don't. So there's Australian raven calling in the background. So a lot different to Teresian crows, more of a drawn out, mournful ah. That's typical of a raven. So Australian ravens, the biggest corvid in Australia. White-throated tree creepers through here. Just on the tree here. Just climbing up this stem. See the white throat quite clearly. This one's a male, there's no chestnut on the cheek or throat. Beautiful. Get a nice close look here. Wow. It's the white-throated tree creeper. And that could be a fan-tailed cuckoo we can hear. That's the white-throated tree creeper. And we've got a rose robin over here. That that's a rose robin. It's just up here a bit. So we've got a yellow-faced honeyeater just up here in this tree. Check up, yellow-faced honeyeater. That whipping call, you can hear that chew, chew. It's quite faint. That's the eastern yellow robin. White-browed scrub wren over here. That scalding call. That very high-pitched seesawing comes from the grey fantail. That. That metallic trill from fairy wren, probably superb fairy wren. That's what we've been seeing through here. So we have a brown tree creeper, which is similar, the separate species to the white-throated brown tree creeper. The first one we've seen all day, really. We've seen white-throated tree creepers, now we've got the brown tree creeper. It's just in this tree here. Excuse the silver-crested cockatoos. Just following that branch, that stem up there. Brown tree creeper. I'll put a photo up. Just where my finger's pointing. So he'll go around the stem, forage in a very similar way to the white-throated tree creeper. Oh, beautiful. It's just making his way all the way up. So, similar call, ping, ping, higher pitched than the white-throated tree creeper. Brown tree creeper. That high-pitched pink. Coming from over there. Absolutely stoked to see the brown tree creeper. They are in trouble. They like grassy sort of box woodland. It's in trouble. But they do occur in these open woodland type habitats, as well as pine forests. It's gone over there now. You can hear that pink. So a lot higher pitched than the usual than the other call from the white-throated tree creeper we've been hearing. Similar but higher pitched and shorter note. So not so much a piping call, but more a sort of a high-pitched whistle, short whistle. Just up here. They've just flown over. Some of the challenges with birding, they, you know, when you've got a bit of an overcast sky, it's some things just appear to be a silhouette. So, yeah, sometimes you just don't get the ID. It's all good. And across the river there, through there, that open woodland, grassy woodland through there, looks like very good habitat for brown tree creeper. They love fallen timber. They love fallen timber. And brown finches, just in the she oak where my finger's pointing, and I think yeah, they're all red-barred finches. They've got the high-pitched call for a finch. The double-barred finches we've been hearing earlier on have got that nasally call, zzz, 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 very insect-like. These guys got a high-pitched call. It's the white-throated tree creeper, that piping call. They flew up into this tree somewhere. There's one there. Common bronze wing. There's one over there too. You can see the bronze as they fly under their wings, under their wing coverts. Got a Jackie Winter up here, and we've also got superb fairy wrens. Jackie Winter just out on the dead branch there. Little Lynn's flycatcher, there we go. Jackie Winter. Nice little double stripe on his tail rectus. And in amongst this we've got superb fairy wren. That high-pitched metallic trill we've been listening to. We've only seen the one species here so far, the superb fairy wren. Just through there, the male, vibrant blue. It's usually females around with the males at this time of year. Just going down there, see. That's the female, and the male's gone over that way. Beautiful. Got a red-browed finch through there as well. It sounds like a brown-headed honeyeater. Got a white-throated tree creeper just at the base of this tree. Going up. Giving a little call as he goes up, he or she. You can see a little chestnut spot near the throat Yeah, it's a female. Can't see it there, it's probably a male. This is the bird we heard originally in that other piece of section of the park that was calling with that piping whistle. White-throated tree creeper. So we've got fairy martin nests up the top there, bottle nests. And that's how they would have nested naturally in caves. This is the limestone caves in Quambale National Park. They're closed at the moment, so we can't go into them. But yeah, fairy martin nests. So we're just heading back to the vehicle now. This was part A of woodland birds. It's been an okay sort of day this morning. It's a bit overcast. It's actually starting to rain, but it's a beautiful area. Couple of highlights: rose robin and brown tree creeper. Something you don't see all the time. But keep an eye on the videos. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one. Got another emu just over here on the right. He's actually a big fella. He's big. Away he goes.